On this day, the stick figure was firing bricks, and the bricks produced were both good and bad. Thus, the stick figure did not sort them, and the defective bricks that were produced were simply taken away for disposal. The broken bricks were just enough for one cart. The orange muscle man took all these broken bricks away. Due to the excessive bumps along the way, one of the bricks fell off, and unexpectedly, this brick had been tempered just now and formed into a human shape. Newly formed, he excitedly ran forward, intending to catch up with the tricycle. However, he stumbled and could only observe as the tricycle gradually moved farther away. Approximately 3 hours later, the brickman was compelled to continue pursuing the tricycle on foot along its path. However, he was both thirsty and tired, and just then a small stream appeared ahead. He excitedly ran into the stream. After coming out, he felt refreshed. At this moment, he didn't want to chase the tricycle anymore, and right beside him there was a house that could shelter him from the wind and rain. Just right to avoid being exposed to the scorching sun. At this moment, the coffee girl and cappuccino came here riding an electric bike to play. They were so focused on the scenery that they didn't notice and tripped. Afterwards, the brick man warmly invited them to cool off in his house while he went outside to inflate the tires of their electric bike, ensuring they could leave smoothly. After inflating the tires, they said goodbye to the brickman and then left. Shortly after they left, it started to rain heavily with strong winds. The brick person had just gone inside to take shelter from the rain when he heard others approaching outside. He decided he couldn't let them get wet in the rain, so he ran outside to call them all in. They are indeed quite fortunate to have discovered a house in this location that can provide them with protection from the harsh wind and relentless rain. Nevertheless, the weather conditions are deteriorating, and the powerful wind is forcefully blowing their house away. The brickman desires to hold on to the house, but his strength by itself is too limited. Seeing them shivering in the rain, Brickman felt very sympathetic and decided to enlarge himself to shield them from the wind and rain. Oh, but with such an intense downpour, he was unable to maintain his hold for much longer, and the brickman was on the verge of being dissolved by the relentless rain. Fortunately, the rain eventually ceased, and upon realizing that it had stopped, the brickman could no longer sustain his form and reverted back to his original state. Several friends saw that the brickman was willing to endure harm for them, and they were deeply moved by his selflessness. They resolved that they must find a way to save him. Then they moved the brickman to the town square, so everyone could brainstorm ways to save him. The coffee girl observed this situation and suggested, let everyone go and search for some magical soil. Before long, they all returned with a substantial amount of magical soil. The coffee girl then applied this magical soil onto the brick, allowing it to be absorbed. Indeed, it worked effectively, and the brickman awakened. They were all extremely delighted because the brickman had assisted them in the past. They also extended their help to the brick sheep.